So today we are just gonna be doing body arts on my arm because I am bored. And I used to do this a lot while I was doing events, especially when it was an anime events. I would just paint on their arm. Now, the paint that I'm gonna be using today isn't. Don't do this. There's specific paint for body paint, specifically for like the face or arms. So if you are very sensitive, especially if you have like eczema or asthma or some sort of allergy or anything, please don't do this. The only reason I do this is mostly because I have no allergies, and usually I've done this with like oil paint. Doesn't really affect me. At most, it gives me like a little rash. I'm probably gonna die soon, but that's okay. It's part of the art process of dying. But we're gonna be using normal acrylic. We're gonna be using Soho. I usually don't like using them sometimes, but I am poor. I'm very poor, so I'm gonna be choosing this color. You didn't see that. Green. Green's a nice color. Usually I like to use a thin brush, especially doing like little details, obviously, only makes sense. And we're gonna go in with the green. So this is what my arm looks like now. So I've done this like for a long time. I used to do it back in high school. I just like painting mostly like abstract, unless the person who commissions me or asks me to do a specific design, I'll do one, but usually I like to do my own. A lot of people suggest maybe I should do tattoo art, but I don't really like tattooing that much. I like it, but it's just not really something I would prefer, especially if it was like a person who moves a lot. And as someone who is already in their style, and I mean, I can do others, I just don't like to. I feel like it would be very difficult for me. I've heard the horror stories of tattoo art, the customers, the horrible like internships, like how you start off, you can't even start off as a tattoo artist first. You have to start like 2 years or 1 year as like an assistant or internship type of deal where you don't even get paid, you just get to watch the work. And not only that, it's a tattoo for life. Like, you can't get that removed. Like this, I can just remove it. I can remove it with like wipes. That's it. But with tattoos, that's a whole different story. Like, imagine if I just messed up and I was like, oh, sorry, let me just real quick. You can't do that. Oh, hi. Hello. I don't know. I'd be interested in maybe pursuing that if all else fails, but for now, I think I'm just gonna stick with body art. I don't even think you can see it. I think the most... Ooh, actually, I do have a story of doing body art. There was a customer I had that had a kid, and they were suggesting to do a tiger. I shouldn't have said yes. I wasn't really that good with realism yet, but I could still do decent. And when I did the tiger, it came out alright. It didn't come out like the best, but it came out decent, except for the fact that the kid was sweating all over the place and he kept moving every single time, and the whole time I was just like, oh my god, this is gonna look horrible. It came out okay, but the result was the child looked at it and it looked at me and he was like, this doesn't look like a tiger. And I was like, wow, no shit. And I felt so bad because the kid didn't even enjoy it, and I could tell the kid was like, oh, thank you. Oh, well, thank you so much. His parents, for some reason, liked my art, and they wanted their own tattoo, which was, I was surprised because even their kid didn't like it, but they seemed to like it. I don't know if they were being nice or not, but that kid did not give a shit. He was like, I want to go home. I am tired. Let me leave. And I kind of felt bad because, I was kind of keeping them hostage while I painted because this process kind of takes a while, a little slow. The whole event was like not carnival, but it was near fiesta time, so that was, oof, that kid wanted to do so much other shit and did not want to sit still. And I don't blame him because I don't even think the kid wanted a tattoo. The parents seemed to like it more than the kid, actually, so when I was done, everyone seemed to be happy, so it was pretty alright. I usually don't ask for, much, just, maybe, like $10 at most. If it's, a big tattoo that you want, I usually tell them, hey, that's gonna take a while. Most of my complaints have been with children. Usually they don't like to sit still, they don't even care, and they want to go home, which I totally get, because I do too. There are so many times where I just want to go home, and I'm like, oh my god, do I have to? Just let me leave. I'm sorry. I know this is my job, but oh my god. Kind of just looks simple, really. But yeah, that's my experience with kids. I also had another experience doing this type of art. There was this guy who wanted a tattoo, small little tattoo of a dragon, right? And I was like, okay, yeah, dragon, that's fine. And he also wanted a dragon, but for some reason he wanted it to be Christianity, which I don't mind, but it was just a weird concept that I never really saw, especially because my art's not really the dragon-esque or Christianity-esque, so I was very confused. I did it, and he was like, can you add fire? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And when I added the fire, he wanted to go back and say that, can you redo it? And I was like, sure. So I redid it again, and he said, oh, I liked it before. What do you mean? I can't go back, sir. And for some reason he complained so much about it. He was like, oh, you should be able to just erase it and do it again because I don't like it. You're an artist. You're supposed to know these things. But I don't know what he wanted, really. He just kept talking about how I should be giving the option of erasing all of it if the person doesn't like it. And I'm like, that kind of defeats the purpose of painting. Because it's body art, you can erase it, but that takes time. And this shit does not come off easily. It comes off easy than an actual tattoo, but requiring to do it all over again just because it did not fit your needs, which I think I pretty much did a good job. But he got mad, and he was like, alright, I'd like my money back. And I was like, okay. Now keep in mind, I was very young doing this, so it was my first time doing booths like these, where I would just go to events and small, festival shit. So I just kept doing, small booths, events, and I would just keep doing that. But he just did not meet satisfaction, I guess. And he was like, you shouldn't be doing this. And I'm like, but you asked. You asked for fire. What do you mean? You don't want fire anymore? I don't understand. He just said, oh, I liked it better. You should have kept it. I'm like, but you asked for more. I'm an artist. I'm not a mind reader. I'm not gonna tell you no, it should look like this because you are a customer and, I want to be okay with customers. But he just said no, and he said he wanted his money back. But, shocker, when he said he wanted his money back, I was like, alright, so do you want me to erase the drawing? And he was like, no, you can keep it. No, you don't have to erase it. I'll just keep it like this. And I was like, Okay, I guess. Yeah, sure. I was an idiot, dude. He was basically, he just fucking scammed me, dude. I love being scammed as an artist. It's like, it's so fascinating to me because you would think, oh, people are nice in this industry. No, no, they are not. They are not nice at all. I remember I had this girl that apparently claimed to be another artist, and she was talking to me saying that I should commission her to do a specific painting of Mickey Mouse. And I remember I had this girl that apparently claimed to be another artist. She was talking to me saying that I should commission her to do a specific painting of Mickey Mouse. And look, my style isn't realism, nor is it well, it's kind of cartoon. Mostly I like to do my specific work, and if you want a specific commission, I can work around that, but you usually don't. And I said no, and she was like, "Ah, you artists are all the same, you're so greedy. Why don't you take what you can?" And I was like, aren't you an artist? I thought we established we're both artists here. Oh, what happened? What's going on? She just kept going about ranting about how artists are stingy and want their money, and I'm like, wow, no shit. It's almost like we do this for a job. Who would have saw that? I don't know. They came back and she apologized, which was also weird. And that's all I ever heard from them. It was such a weird dynamic too, because she didn't seem like a Karen or anything. And she had like multiple prints and stuff, so I just didn't understand why. Especially because when you see my booth, you can tell I don't do like cartoon work or caricatures. You can tell. This is like specific styles, my own style. I never do other styles, or try not to at least. It was just a shocker to me that she would want something specific like that. I mean, I don't blame her, but there is other artists specifically for that were there at the event that she could easily just get from, but she wanted mine. And yeah, pretty much. My experience in the art world doing body art is overall pretty positive. Most people, I actually had this girl come up to me. She was, I think, wasn't from the state, she was out of state, and she, I guess, was like venturing with her friends, and I think they were like on a spring break, I don't know, summer. They were downtown, and I was downtown. Requested to do butterfly tattoos. And she even said herself she doesn't want like a typical butterfly. She just said, I want specific colors. That's all. You can run free. And I was like, ooh, that was fun. And they were pretty nice, actually. I was surprised. I thought they were gonna not like it just because of a different style, but they seemed to love it. That was a good experience. Good job. I am almost finished. This is therapy to me. Like, I could go on forever about this. Oof. It's coming together. And the finishing touches, we are just going to be adding white. Boop, boop, boop. And it is done. Yeah, I love rainbows, as you can tell. I really like doing a specific style like this. Oh yeah. Comment if you like it, comment if you don't. We accept hate and not hate. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys.